Skylights drive into the high post to the right hand. Pass goes out on the right wing. Three-point shot is on the way. Rims out. Loose, picked up Wangeren. Wangeren with it. Back the other way we go. Wangeren into the offensive zone. Pass goes out on the far right side. Chloe Sandiford. Sandiford drives to the rack and gets it. Chloe Sandiford will get the first field goal of the contest. Montana Tech goes up 2-0.
Via the layup, both teams have missed a total of 5 so far. You got to put that in the hoop.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you and welcome here to the Great Western Hyper Digger Vision. As we are here, Montana Tech taking on the Skylights of MSU Northern. Riley Kerr, shot goes wide right. Let's talk about it tonight with Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. Down the floor. Boy, wide open shot, pull-up jumper, rattles out. Huge rebound by Wanger into the putback.
I'll tell you what, I was impressed with the defense Rademacher played at this end.
Montana Tech leading 4-0. This Montana Tech defense hasn't wavered this year. They really have gotten after it. Jump shot from the foul line. That's a nice looking shot by Savannah Toms. Toms having a good year for the Skylights. As Toms, three-point shot, Wangeren, no good. Sandiford tracks it down in the corner, feeds it underneath cleverly, wraparound pass underneath. And ball stripped away. Now cleverly gets it back to Westwater, up top to Sandiford. Three-point shot, Rademacher, no. Offensive rebound, Westwater, back up, partially tipped, Northern ball.
A lot of good looks.
My goodness. Montana Tech, great effort right now. They lead 4-2. Skylights with the ball.
Tech started off in the 2-3 zone. They're now going man-to-man.
Pass here on the near side. That goes to Trotter. Down the baseline, shot high off the glass and in. Savannah Toms gets her second field goal.
Too easy a pass, got to put pressure on the ball.
Toms averaging 11 a game. Now that one's going to be stolen. Trotter left side, steps through, goes to the right hand and rolls it in. So Taya gets the field goal. Northern grabs their first lead of the contest. Entry pass, Chalice Westwater. She'll go with the right hand, fights her way to the basket and draws the foul.
That's it, get body to body and swing the ball. Great job.
Northern leading 6-4. Northern shooting 33% from the floor. Montana Tech at 20% right now. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor, so we'll take one. The lights of MSU Northern leading Montana Tech 6-4. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back right after this.
Trident 5550, the Case IH combination application system solution. A couple of key points for model year 2024 are going to be the addition of a 135-foot spray boom for that enhanced productivity, and then AIM Command Flex 2, the ultimate in advanced spray technology, individual on-off nozzle control, a host of other features, making the most of your product application. To learn more, visit your Case IH distributor or caseih.com.
.437 left to play here in the opening quarter. The Skylights of MSU Northern leading Montana Tech 6-4 as we are a couple minutes into the ball game. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher here on a Thursday night. It's Let's Talk About It night with Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. And again, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday. We thank Logan and Billings Clinic for stepping up and being part of this. Of course, let's talk about it, about suicide prevention in the state of Montana. Montana number 3 in the country for the number of suicides. That is not a list you want to be on at all.
No, of course you don't. It's at least it's being talked about, thought out.
So if you're looking for ways to look out for warning signs for others and yourself, log on to logan.org. And at the foul line, of course, going to be Chalice Westwater. Westwater's first here is up wide right, no good. Chalice, free throw, 46% on the year. Misses her first, gets the ball for attempt number 2. It's on its way and good. So she gets 1 of 2. Montana Tech trails by 1. They'll bring full court pressure. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Now they'll back out as bringing it down the floor is Callender. Callender lost her foot as Kaya Wasson jumps on her before there is a timeout.
Coach Moa on top of it.
Well, he calls a quick timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. 4:30 left to play here in the opening quarter. Northern leading by 1. Northern shooting 33% from the floor. Montana Tech at 20%. Montana Tech already way out in front rebounding-wise. 9 total rebounds to Northern's 4. Tech has 4 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. And that has brought up 2 second chance points here in the opening 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Achilles heel is both teams right now. They can't make a layup, and you got to make those. You got to make 90% of those, not even 50 or 60. You got to put that in the hoop. Both teams struggling.
1 point lead for the Skylights, and they'll look to bring her in. Pass, Trottier. Up top, Kerr. Back to Trottier. They'll move it wide right, now to the baseline, Callender. Pass up top, almost over the head of her intended target, and Van Blaricom. 3-point shot on the way, goes wide right, rebound controlled by the Digs. Montana Tech back the other way, Wangerin. Across the timeline, top of the horn, looking to her right. Kiowason on her right side. Instead, she comes here on the left side to Hankwitz. Now into the hands of freshman Avery Carlson. Avery pulls up from 10, hits the iron, no good. Gets her own rebound, and her second attempt, no good. Skylights the other way. Boy, it looked like she got hammered when she put up that second shot.
It did.
Skylights calling out the offense as they come in. Coach Graham going deep into the roster already here in the first quarter. Northern by 1, 3-point shot on the way. That one rattles out, no good. Van Blaricom. Northern does not have an offensive rebound here in the first half. Pass here on the near wing, looking on the interior. Hankwitz posting up, trying to get it to her. They'll move it around the arc. Chalice Westwater outside the arc, now up top. As that one comes into the hands of Carlson. Hankwitz back to Carlson. Carlson stops at the arc. Ball gets stripped away. Northern will come out with it.
Yeah, she took it in the area she didn't need to be. You got to reverse the ball, make the defense move.
Trottier down the floor, drifting inside the arc. She has a lane to the rack, no good. Late whistle. She's going to go to the line.
Hankwitz got her with the hip.
So that could be Brooklyn's second personal, and I assume that's who it's going to go to, and that will be the case. 2:54 left to play here in the opening quarter. Northern leading 6-5. As I mentioned, both teams shot very low, 20% in the first quarter the first time they played. Northern right now at 27%. Montana Tech at 16% from the floor. Free throw attempt is up and out. No good.
Is the weather cold outside? Nothing's going in for either team. Layups, free throws, threes.
And certainly not for lack of effort. So Trottier goes 1 of 2. She has 3 points on the day. Northern leading 7-5. Montana Tech look to bring it in. Rice to Sandiford. Sandiford will bring it across the timeline. Sandiford right to the top of the horn. She's going to drive to the rack. Puts up the shot, no good, but she's going to shoot a pair.
That's a good read up by Sandiford. Nice take to the bucket.
Her aggression to the basket as a freshman is fantastic.
Oh yeah, she's quick.
So Sandiford will go to the line. Chloe, 83% from the line this year. And you can just feel she's getting more and more comfortable, it feels like, every game. Her first rattles out, no good. The shooting woes continue, my goodness. Tech 1 of 3 from the foul line right now. And that is their highest shooting percentage at 33%. Chloe Sandiford goes 1 of 2. Northern's lead is 1. Skylights in the backcourt. Across the timeline, looking over to the sideline. Trottier toward the top of the horn. Switch to the left hand, drifting out to the wing. Pass comes up top. Back out on the left wing. Handoff, Trottier enters into the high post. Cutting into the paint, left-handed, it's up, off the glass, and in for Riley Kerr.
Too easy entry pass into the post. Both players taking advantage of that.
Pass goes high, and it's stolen. Skylights, tremendous effort that time, Trottier. And here come the Skylights off the turnover. They lead by 3, looking to stretch that out with this possession. Trottier to the right wing. Now they'll enter one more time. Goes inside, and that one's knocked out. Going to be Ordiger basketball as Cheyenne Crass guarded by Chalice Westwater that time, and Westwater got the upper hand. 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter.
Somebody got to get a hot hand for one or other team because they're both pretty cold.
Northern shooting 33%, Montana Tech 17%. cleverly eyed the three. Hands it off to Wangeren. Wangeren has a lane, puts up the shot, no good. And rebound controlled by both teams. Possession arrow will favor Montana Tech. 3-point lead here for the Skylights. And again, just trying to get one of them a hot hand here. Ordigers looking to bring it in. Lob comes all the way out. Rademacher. Entry pass. No one home.
Tough to throw a bounce pass into the key. She waited. She waited too long. She floated. Westwater floated away. It cost him a turnover.
Skylights eyeing a little pressure. Get it into the offensive side. Trottier to the right side. Pass comes up top. All the way to the baseline to Mackenzie Long. No look pass down into the block. Crass trying to find an opening. Comes out to Trottier. Trottier steps inside the arc. Pull-up jumper rattles out. Wangeren with another rebound. Wangeren, that's already rebound number 4. Switch dribble, left side of the key. Rademacher will fire, and she gets it. Aubrey Rademacher gets her first one of the day.
Yeah, they got to get her on track. She's a real important cog in this offense.
1 of 4 from the floor for Aubrey thus far. Northern leads by 1. 55 seconds remaining in the first. Frontier Conference action. Again, thanks for joining us. The Digs 1 and 4 in conference. Northern 2 and 3. Northern won the first meeting. Skylights left side, Care up top. Long's going to fire the 3, and she gets it. Mackenzie Long knocks down the 3. Northern leading 12-8. Chloe Sandiford, the other one. Full shot clock, a little extra on top of that. 3-point shot is on the way. That one does not hit iron, goes out of play, and the Skylights will get it back with 24 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
The Skylights should play it down for 1.
Northern leading by 4, shooting 35% from the floor. Montana Tech at 20%. Full court, man-to-man here. Slowing them down as they come into the offensive side. Calendar across the timeline. Moved it around the arc to Long. Long just outside the arc, up top. Riley Care now down in the corner on the wing. 8 seconds.
Here comes the play.
Long steps in, hands it out to Calendar. 3 seconds. Now to Care. She's forced to fire at the horn. That one no good. So with 10 minutes in the books, Northern leading 12-8. Frontier Conference action. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday as it is Let's Talk About It Night, presented by Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic here on Digger Vision. We're back after this.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Ten minutes into the ball game, the Skylights leading 12-8 over the Ordiggers of Montana Tech. Let's talk about it night here on Digger Vision, presented by, of course, Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. The Skylights shot 33% in the first quarter. Montana Tech at 20%. As we take a look here, Tech was 3 of 15 from the floor. The Skylights 5 of 15. The real big discrepancy was rebounds. Montana Tech with 13 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 8 defensive. Northern had 6 total rebounds in the first quarter.
Got to take advantage of, especially in the offensive board. But Montana Tech has not gotten into a rhythm yet as an offensive team.
Skylights leading by 4. They have the possession arrow to get us rolling here in the second. Skylights 3 wide, high-low posts. Pass out on the left wing. Cross court comes across to Long. Now they enter into the high post. Turnaround jumper, new. Long rebound. Macy Mayer can't hold on to it. Skylights get it. Baseline attack, no good. Rademacher this time hauls it in. Ordigger's the other one. Looking to bring it down the floor, Avery Carlson. Carlson running the point currently. Bounce pass goes right side to Rademacher. Cross court, Carlson.
Yep, she pushed her off the block.
And Calendar is going to be called with it. So Jalen Callender will be called with a personal. Montana Tech will inbound in their offensive zone.
They've got to get something rolling here on offense. Somebody's got to get a hot hand.
Tech 3 of 15 from the floor so far. As the Skylights back defensively, inbound pass, Macy Mayer up top. Mayer looking to her right, drops it off. Three-point shot, Wangren off the back of the rim. Long rebound, Carlson. Carlson picks up her dribble. They'll move it here on the near side. Kaya Wasson. Wasson enters down on the block. Wangren turns, shot blocked. Callender goes out of bounds. Tech basketball.
That's outstanding defense by Callender.
Boy, she turned around, bodied up, got the hands up.
She's a bulk in there. She's tough to handle.
Yeah, she gave up no ground. Macy Mayer calls out, gets the help. Kaya Wasson for three, and she gets it. That was certainly the play they were setting up, and Kaya Wasson drains it. Montana Tech trims the lead to 1. Callender through center circle. Moving to the right. And it's going to be a moving screen that time as Savannah Toms trying to step out in front.
That's called a crackback in football. She did not set her feet.
It was a nice hip check as well.
Tell you what, that jolted her teeth. That was hip.
8:49 left to play here in the first half. Northern by 1. And the Digs will look to bring her down. Freshman Avery Carlson continues to run the point. She's been getting more and more minutes every week here for the Digs. Rademacher fakes the pass and drives. Great first step. Aubrey rolls it in.
Aubrey's been their best player the last 4 weeks. She's just doing a great job.
The inbound knocked out of bounds. Carlson went to the ground. The only thing wounded was her pride, thankfully. Tech leading by 1.
Pretty good freshman guard. She's really come a long way, too.
Skylight substitution. Callender will check out. And back in is Trottier. Skylights inbound to Trottier. Carlson on her. Trottier lost it for a moment. Across the timeline. Northern trails by 1. Second quarter here at the Hyper. Handoff to Long. Long up top to Callender. Back to Long. Around a screen. Little stutter step. Comes out. 18-footer is up and out. No good. Rebound Montana Tech. Here come the Digs the other way. Montana Tech down the floor. And, boy, some serious contact. Comes out. Rademacher fires the shot. That one no good. Skylights the other way. So the Skylights will bring it into the offensive zone. Nice pass inside to Toms. Toms turns and fires, no good. Rebound out of bounds. They're going to say Skylight basketball.
Once again, the entry pass is really too easy because that is Northern's forte, and you've got to make those post players work harder, and you can't let the entry pass in there so you got to go out and pressure the ball.
We'll keep an eye on our scoreboard here as the night goes. Toms hands it off to Long. Long drives around a screen, pulls up from 15 and knocks it down.
Nice shot.
Mackenzie Long has shot the ball well here tonight. When they take a look at her numbers, I think she's just 2 for 2. One inside the arc, the other outside the arc. Rademacher's shot no good. Skylights the other way. Northern by 1. They're shooting 30% from the floor right now. They lead by 1. Their biggest lead is 4. Both teams have led by 4 at one point. Skylights running the weave, got high-low post set up. Drifting down in the corner. Jump shot is up, no good. Westwater grabs the rebound. Boy, Montana Tech continues to just dominate the glass right now. 17-9, the advantage in rebounding for Montana Tech. Wangren, bodies up, count it in the foul. Liv Wangren.
Yeah, good luck guarding her down in that paint. She is strong and can get up. You know, you look. I always like to watch the verticality of women, and that girl can jump.
Yeah, she really can. And as you mentioned, I think that's the other side of it that might get lost in the shuffle a little bit, is just how physical she is.
Oh,
incredibly strong.
She is.
So Liv Wangren at the line. First is up and good. The one and only. So Liv Wangren, 5 points on the day. She is Montana Tech's leading scorer. And the Digs go up by 2. Full court pressure, full court man to pressure. Wangren almost tried to make a play on it. Skylights slowly into the zone. 6:40 remaining here in this first half. Tech leads by 2. No look entry, right side of the paint. Toms with a right hand, short arms it, gets her own rebound, and now she'll be tied up by Soda Rice. And the possession arrow to the Digs.
Soda Rice, your blue-collar worker, she's always in there, getting the rebound, tying up, playing great defense.
And that was the first offensive rebound for Northern here tonight. Tech down the floor, Chloe Sanford to Rice, back to Sanford. Now they'll move it up top. Wasson's going to fire the three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound by the Skylights. Long the other way. Across midcourt, drifting left. Trying to get rid of it. Does so. And Trottier calls out the offense. Skylights, 6 of 22. Nice entry to Toms, and Toms finishes.
Great job of slipping the screen and getting to the hoop. Nice pass.
Beautiful touch on that. The redshirt junior in Toms has 6 points. She averages 11. Westwater with a hook shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, and she'll go to the foul line.
Really being a workhorse right now. They just can't make a layup.
She was the only ore digger in a sea of maroon, and she was the only one that jumped for the rebound. Just hard work by Chalice Westwater.
They needed to rest.
So Westwater at the line. Chalice 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And we're tied up 16 all. Chloe Sanford checks back in. Across on the other side is Rademacher. Westwater's first off the back of the rim, no good. I know you gave her a talking to a couple of weeks ago.
And then she started shooting well. Now I must have talked to her again because she's shooting John Thatcher style.
Chalice getting ready for attempt number 2. She goes 1 of 2. She's 2 of 4 from the foul line today, and the Digs go up by 1. 17-16. Skylights looking at full court pressure again. Skylights looking for somewhere to go. They do get it in. Montana Tech pestering defensively. Allie cleverly, you see her around a screen, drifts down to the corner. Trottier passes left side. Skunk Cap with it. Skunk Cap, top of the horn, hands it off. Trottier looking toward the baseline. Bounce pass. Now they go, nice cut to the basket. Trottier fires it up with the right hand and gets it.
Turned her back to the offensive player. Nice pass over the top.
5 points for Trottier. Boy, she looked off balance and had a really nice touch on that shot. Cross-court pass, Westwater to the wing, Wengren. Wengren drives, cut off. Chalice backs it out, Sanford back to Chalice in the corner. 3-point shot, no good. That one's gonna go out of bounds, and it will remain Montana Tech basketball. So out of bounds off of the Skylights, and the Digs will line change here. 4 new bodies coming in. Hankwitz will come in. Also back in is Carlson, Macy Mayer, and Soda Rice. Wangeren stays on the floor.
Yeah, Macy Mayer's got to step her game up a little bit. She's got to get in the scoring column.
Boy, I feel like Wangeren has been on the floor the entire first half thus far.
Yeah, I believe she has.
5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Northern by 1, looking for a run here. Both teams still trying to get hot on the offensive side. The inbound, Macy Mayer. She'll attack with the right hand and rims out. Rebound tipped. Northern comes out with it. Skylights the other way. Trottier almost picked up her dribble. Instead, rifles it right side. Skunk Cap. Skunk Cap hands it off. Going left with it, Van Blaricombe. Back to Skunk Cap in the corner. If I remember, Skunk Cap had a big game here last year. 3-point shot, no good. Macy Mayer for the rebound. Montana Tech in transition. Digs into the offensive zone. Jump shot from the foul line. Hits the iron, gets her own rebound. Liv off the glass and in.
That's what you use down there at that diagonal, that glass. That's a nice shot.
Liv Wangeren with 7. Good first half for her right now. Montana Tech leads by 1. Liv is 3 of 9 from the floor. Montana Tech is 7 of 28 as a team. Skylights right side, handoff to Skunk Cap. Senior down the right side of the paint. Good defensive pressure. Carlson, strong take to the basket. And Carlson's gonna pick up the foul. And she just looks mystified. She got manhandled down on the baseline that time, and there wasn't much she could do about it.
Absolutely not. But you got to take away that right hand and force her to the left.
4 minutes left to play in the first half. Tech leading by 1, 19-18. We have a full timeout, so with it, we'll take one as well. We're back right after this.
Now's the time to get into Butte Auto and custom build your own ride just the way you want it. Choose from 9 brands and compare them all at one location. Don't wait. Take advantage of our VIP appointment or stay where you are and shop easily from ButteAuto.com. At Butte Auto, we believe in exceptional service and an easy buying process. Easy buying process. Contact one of our 4 dealerships and custom build your next ride at Butte Auto today.
.403 left to play here in the first half. Again, thanks for joining us. It's Let's Talk About It Night, presented by Billings Clinic and Logan Healthcare, as trying to do everything we can to first slow down the number of suicides in the state of Montana and help out the young individuals and the old alike. That is a daily struggle with. You can find out more at logan.org. You can look up there, Let's Talk About It. And of course, a lot of help out there for anyone thinking about suicide. Free throw attempt by Skunk Cap. First is up and good. Northern is 2 of 3 from the foul line today. Tied up at 19. Skunk Cap's second is up and rattles out. Defensive rebound, Rademacher. Rademacher, remember, had, what was it, a 17 rebound game? Is that what it was, if I remember right, earlier this year? She'll get it down on the block. Rademacher goes with the right hand, puts it up, back of the rim, no. Rebound tipped out, Northern with it. Skylights in transition. Riley Kerr. Good defense, Hankwitz. Wasn't going to give her the lane. Skunk Cap down toward the corner, picks up her dribble. Good defensive pressure. Pass comes up top. As controlling up there is Trottier. Trottier, Skunk Cap, 3:25 left to play in the first half. They drop it down to the block, shot no good. Tipped, out of bounds, Northern ball. They lobbed it into Crass, and everybody was after that bad boy. And the Skylights will have possession of their offensive zone.
Coach Moat loves that lob play into his post players.
3:21 remaining here in the first half. And the Skylights will look to get her rolling here. The inbound right wing, Van Blaricom. Deep in the corner, now it feeds inside. Forcing the shot up, the Skunk Cap, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, once again, the entry pass to the post is too easy.
Boy, and there was kind of a late whistle. I was waiting to see if we were going to get it or not as she got hammered.
She did get hammered. Sometimes the refs are a little late.
That's all right, they got there.
They got the call right.
So Kyle will pick up personal foul, and at the line is going to be Skunk Cap, the 5'9" senior. She is back to the foul line. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. And the first here is up and out, no good.
Yeah, I think Skunk Cap has had some great games for Northern.
Yeah. I wish we had a telestrator. If you look at the right at the corner of the rim up there, Brian Solomon, our volleyball coach, has like a lap full of paperwork. I'd love to know what it is. It's probably a coloring book, if I had to guess. Rademacher to Hankwitz. Hankwitz just outside the arc. Pass comes up top. Now they'll move it around to Wangren. Tied up 19 all. Wangren. Good ball movement inside to Hankwitz. That one comes up wide right. Rebound to Skylights.
You got to turn and fake that and do a crossover step. She just forced up a shot.
Montana Tech had several second chance looks in that first quarter, and boy, those have dried up here in the second. They're getting one and done. Inside the arc, driving Van Blaricom. Comes up top to Trottier. Around a screen. They'll feed it down on the block. Crass trying to find an opening to the wing. Skunk Cap fires the 3. No good. Rebound, Rademacher. Rebound number 4 on the day for her, and here come the digs in transition. Pass to the wing. Kyle Wasson for 3, no good. Wangeren tipped it, still loose. Northern comes out with it. 2:12 left to play here in the first half. We're tied up 19 all. Frontier Conference action here from the Great Western Hyper. Skylights with it. Try and text some scores here as we go. Down to the block it goes to Skunk Cap, and she'll finish.
Nice backdoor play.
Skunk Cap with 3 points. That's her first field goal. And the Skylights go up by 2. 21-19. And it's a short timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Let's talk about our other scores here real quickly. Game going on in Great Falls. Providence is leading Rocky 23-16 with 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And the other game being played in Dillon, the Carroll ladies up over Western 11-4. And that one just about 5 minutes into the contest.
That's a monster game for those two teams.
That is the deal. So Carroll leading Western and Providence up over Rocky. I'm not sure that the game in Dillon got started at 5:30 for some reason. I'm not sure why it was 5:30 rather than 5, but it's about a half hour behind us, so that one just getting underway. Montana Tech into the offensive zone. Rademacher, right wing, comes up top, Wangren. Wangren drives with the left hand, steps through, fires it out to Rademacher. Cleverly trying to get open. She gets it. Fires the three. It's up and in. Allie Cleverly gets in the scorebook. Cleverly shooting 38% from the three-point line. Gets her first of the day. Montana Tech grabs the lead back. 22-21. Montana Tech by 1.
Tried the backdoor play again. Wangren didn't bite.
On the wing, Skunk Cap into Crass. Crass with a right hand, great touch. Cheyenne Crass, her first field goal.
Once again, that easy entry.
Wangren with the right hand into the paint. Puts on the brakes, out in the corner, now to the wing. Cleverly. Westwater, Rademacher. 1 minute left to play in the first half. Rademacher drives, nice touch, and she gets it. I like that she didn't force that shot when she elevated. She let herself get her balance under her and just put a nice touch on it. Long range three, no good. Offensive rebound, Crass inside, and the shot no good for Kerr. Montana Tech will track it down. The dig's the other way. Cleverly. Down the floor to Wangren. Wangren, far right wing. She'll pause. Tried the entry, yes. And Crass is going to be called to the foul.
That is the proper way to post up, and she had to swim and had to hold her around the waist. Good post up that time by Rademacher.
So Crass picks up her first personal foul, and Aubrey Rademacher will go to the line. Rademacher, 82% from the foul line on the year. Really having a nice Frontier Conference season this year. Her first on the way is good. I assume we still claim that we are the reason she's at Tech, correct?
Absolutely, we're the reason she's at Tech. No doubt.
Rademacher's second. Rattles out. And that one, nice hustle by Chloe Sandiford, just unable to keep it in bounds. Northern will have it. So the Skylights looking at full court pressure. We'll look to bring her down the floor. Left side, Trottier to Crass. Crass now to Kerr. Good ball movement to Skunk Work. And Macy Mayer is going to pick up the body as Skunk Cap made the move. And Macy's first personal. So Macy Mayer picks up her first. Tech leading by 2. Northern. Basically 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. The inbound into the high posts. Pass underneath. Turning, fighting her way to the rack is Kerr. And she'll be fouled.
Coach Moat loves that lot play, and he gets a lot out of it. They get to the line or they score.
Boy, and Riley Kerr has been on the receiving end of that one for a long time.
4 years worth. She gets it. She understands it.
2-point lead for the Digs. Riley Kerr. Let me take a look at her free throw numbers. She strikes me, I always feel like she is a very good free throw shooter.
Her sister was, I know that.
Yeah, no joke. Kerr is, let me look here, sorry. Riley Kerr is 68% from the free throw line. So they'll stack it up. She'll shoot one more. And front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Rademacher, 10 seconds. Digs down the floor. Kerr. Pass here on the near side. Travel call on Hankwitz.
Got to come to a jump stop. Took that 3 steps.
4.7 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Got to get up and pressure, force them into a long nothing.
Here we go, full court. As they'll look to get it into Trottier. They do so. Trottier, 2 seconds, down to 1. Big collision. And we're going to get...
push foul.
Yeah. It's going to be a push foul. And that's going to send the Skylights to the foul line. So that will put Van Blaricom at the line. Big collision as they come into the offensive zone. The push on Allie Cleverly. And Van Blaricom will shoot the free throws. Her first here is up and good.
Yeah, I think this girl's a pretty good free throw shooter. Tech's got to block off. You don't want to give a tip in or lay it back up with 4/10 on the clock.
86% from the foul line. She goes 2 of 2. And we're tied at 25. Under a second remaining here in this opening half.
Just get it in and go talk about it.
25-25 our score. Montana Tech inbound. And we will then take a look at the numbers. So 20 minutes in the books. We're tied 25 all. The Digs and the Skylights. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. Thanks for joining us here. It is Let's Talk About It night. Presented by Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. Let's take a quick time out. We'll give you the numbers and we'll go from there. Stay close.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Hey, welcome back here once again to the Great Western Hyper Frontier Conference action as the Digs taking on the Skylights. We're knotted up 25 apiece after 20 minutes of play. It's Let's Talk About It night, presented by Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. And Joe McClafferty from Logan Clinic is here, sir. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. Great to see you.
It is great to see you.
Yeah, you're looking sexy as always.
Well, that's usually not a word associated with the Panisco family.
Well, you're pulling it off tonight. Good
thank
job.
you, I think. Thank you. This is welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
It's great to see you. We're in the house, and we have this is a big night. You know, Let's Talk About It is a tremendous campaign between Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic, and it's something that, you know, the state of Montana and the nation obviously battles with, but our numbers have been historically incredibly high as far as suicides, especially the youth of our communities, and you guys are trying to educate and help people in that respect.
Yeah, you know, it's really a very simple campaign, all about awareness and just letting people know that let's break the stigma down around mental health and behavioral health. We all suffer from some form of mental health, behavioral health, physical health. It's all there. And what I've learned, and I'm no expert by any means in the world of treating people who would be committing suicide or thinking of committing suicide, but there's some really simple things that we can all do. And part of it is just talking about it, just, you know, asking someone, hey, you don't seem like yourself. Is there something wrong? You know, and you know, finding out if you really can refer to somebody, and they've got national hotlines of the 988 number. So if somebody out there right now is feeling like that, they can just pick up the phone, 988, and talk to somebody who can talk them through that. Montana, we've really suffered here, and you see it a lot, and it really spiked here in the past years with the youth. The biggest exposed group, though, where we're seeing it, though, is middle-aged men, and I'm 60 going to be this year, so I'm almost middle-aged. Right? Almost,
yeah, right there.
Yeah. And I can see how it happens. You know, you kind of grow up with that bravado, and I don't need any help, and no one's going to talk. And I'm not going to walk into some clinic that says mental on it by any means. If that stigma exists. And so, we've got to talk to our parents. We've got to talk to our kids. Today what we did is we sat down with the student athletes, and I believe the Montana Tech student athletes are the finest in the nation, and just visited with them about them accepting the pledge that they are going to talk about it, to where when they see one of their friends that they feel is struggling, and they're going to ask the question. They got to be tough enough to ask the question. Are you struggling? They're going to try to persuade them to say, hey, don't hurt yourself, you know, because I'm here to help. And you know, let me find somebody. You promise me that you won't do anything until I find somebody who can help you, and then refer them to that group. And so we're going to try to do that within the frontier, within the state. We've done it with some high school games, just to build that awareness.
Yeah.
And we save one life, great.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about. Yep.
You know, and I think you bring up a tremendous point in the stigma of it. You know, especially with, you know, I'll say our age and older. You know, we're supposed to be tough and be able to fight through it and not have to deal with those things or ask for help. The idea of it feels like a lot of our youth are understanding that's garbage. You know, you try and get as much help as you can and help others as much as you can. But our numbers are still way too high in the state of Montana, and I have to assume the last couple of years we're seeing a different look at the numbers as well because of COVID. You know, with the isolation, you know, a lot of people forced to stay at home or you know, be away from social groups, things like that. It feels like that certainly has had to have a real effect on the state of Montana and the nation for that matter.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the two things that we've got up here that we have we readily access, a lot of people who tried to kill themselves, they didn't want to kill themselves, right? It was just something that popped in their head, and it ended up happening. And they did a survey in 21, and they found out that high school kids, 10.2% of them have thought about taking their own lives. And the thing is when you've got terminal means in front of you, so if you've got, you know, if you've been stockpiling pills, or if you've got access to a weapon and alcohol or some form of drug is involved, then you can't go back. You're not in the right frame of mind. You know, guns, they're pretty terminal, right? And so we have a lot of access to that in our state, and so we've got to be sensitive to that as we're talking to people.
Yeah. You can obviously find out ways you can help. You can call 988. You can log on to logan.org and search Let's Talk About It. I was digging through the page as the week went, and there's some great information there. And again, the big one is knowing in yourself, knowing in others, reaching out to help, checking on people. It's amazing what even just a little communication can do for yourself and for the mental health of someone else around you.
Totally. Yeah. You don't seem right. Can we visit?
Yeah.
I mean, it can be as simple as that.
Well, again, thanks for being here, Joe.
Yeah, it's always great.
We
you do a
the
fantastic job. I listen to you guys all the time. You know, if you can get rid of this Thatcher guy,
I know.
Maybe find somebody with some experience coaching or something like that.
This worked. I mean, you sat down and he just ran off.
I know.
Is he still afraid of you, Joe? Is that what it is?
I know. I think
this is your chance. You can say it right now.
No, I'm totally afraid of that man still. But I think I have to buy him breakfast tomorrow, and he just wants to make sure that he doesn't say anything to upset me, so I can still do that.
I still haven't been invited to that breakfast.
You're welcome. You can come. You're totally welcome. 7:30. I think we're going to the M&M.
Fat man who's always hungry.
We'll get you coffee, because I remember my days here at AD Tech. It was all about getting you coffee.
My coffee intake's still a little off. It's not right.
It's not right?
It's probably not right.
You cut into your blood and you get coffee beans?
Yeah, pretty much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Let's Talk About It Night with Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. We're at the half, knotted up 25-all. We'll take a break. We'll give you the numbers, and we'll check in with Mr. McClafferty again here as the evening goes. Stay close.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, welcome back here once again as we are at the half. It's Let's Talk About It night. Logan Healthcare Billings Clinic making it possible for us to talk about this, just this effort to raise awareness, get people to talk to one another, help each other out, and in regards, help yourself out. It's amazing how all that kind of works together to make sure that we're all on level playing field when it comes to mental health and mental awareness.
It's really all about hope. You know, there's a study done years ago in the 50s. John Thatcher probably remembers it. He was probably in high school at the time. It was a study done with rats, and they took a bunch of domesticated rats, and they put these rats, it's a horrible study, and they put the rats in the water to see how long they could swim. And, you know, the domesticated ones, a few of them swam to the bottom and died, and then others swam for a few days. And then they found these Norwegian, you know, out in the wild rats, and they thought, hey, let's see what these rats can do, because they're fighting so hard. And they put these rats in there, and in about 10 minutes they would sink and die. And so what they did the next time they did the study, they took the rats out right before they were about to go down. And they took the rats and they cleaned them and they loved them and they fed them and they dried them and they did everything. And they put them back in and they swam for days.
Yeah.
Because they had hope.
Yep.
And that's really what we talked about with the team today. And I love what they're doing here at Montana Tech with Coach Sampson with, you know, count on me. You know, I'm here. You got hope. When you got people you can count on, you've got hope. And that, if we can spread some hope in the state, that'd be a great thing.
Well, we certainly appreciate what you are doing for obviously our community and throughout the state. And again, if you're looking for more information, you can log on to logan.org. You can search Let's Talk About It. And I assume that, you know, for our friends listening in Havre and those watching around the state of Montana, you're going to be in a lot of other gyms beyond here.
You bet. We're off to Billings on Saturday. We'd love to get up to Havre, do game at Northern. We'd love to cover all the Frontier schools, because what we'd like to do is you look at these Frontier rosters, and everybody's from some town in Montana, right?
Yeah.
And so we want people talking about it in Ekalaka. We want them talking about it in Eureka. We want them talking about it in Havre. We want them talking about it in Culbertson. Wherever you live, talk about it there, you know, and that's how we start to break this down. We got to do it person by person, town by town, building hope. We'll be fine.
Joe McClafferty, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate
you. Appreciate all you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the half. Let me move this over here. Again, Joe McClafferty with Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic, making it possible for us to talk about it here this evening. We have one half in the books, John Thatcher. Give us the breakdown. Run through what you saw there in the first half.
Well, there never was any spacing in the score. 4 points, I think, maximum.
Yep.
There's been no runs. I think Tech, when they run their break, they've got to send shooters to the corners and get a post player to get down there on the block. And they're stopping their break about the top of the three-point line and not moving the basketball. So they've got to do a better job of that. They also got to do a better job of defending the block. How come that referee's talking about me?
Yeah, can we get him removed, please? Where's security?
She knows. I like you.
Man, I am here to tell you.
I came to eat. I'm from Butte. We don't get that.
Yeah, we're clear. Everything's fine. Oh, my. JT, we are at the half. Individual, let's run through the numbers real quickly. We'll start it off for the Skylights as of right now. Leading scorer, Savannah Toms. 3 field goals, 6 points for Savannah. Mackenzie Long came out with 2 for 2 right out of the gate. She has 5 points. Taya Trotter has 5 points as well. 2 field goals. She's 1 of 2 from the foul line. Rachel Van Blaricom, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Kind of quiet for her right now, as it's kind of quiet for Riley Kerr. 2 points for Riley Kerr. And Cheyenne Crass, 1 field goal for 2 points. And Dulcie Skunkcap has a field goal. She's 1 of 2 from the foul line. 3 points for Skunkcap so far in the first half. On the other side for Montana Tech, leading scorers Liv Wangren and Aubrey Rademacher, both with 7 points as of right now. Liv Wangren, as you look at the scoreboard there, Wangren had a really nice half. 3 field goals, 1 for 1 from the foul line. She has 7 points right now. And Liv 3 of 9. On the other side, Aubrey Rademacher also with 7 points. Rademacher, a real strong first half again. She's 3 of 10 from the floor, 0 of 2 from downtown. She has 7 points, 5 rebounds so far in the first half for Montana Tech. Beyond that, we have Chloe Sandiford with 3 points. Sandiford, 1 field goal. She's 1 of 2 from the line. Allie Cleverly has 3 points. She drained a 3. Kaya Wasson also drained a 3. That's her scoring so far in the first half. And Chalice Westwater is 2 of 4 from the foul line. She has 2 points for Montana Tech after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, Wangren and or Rademacher, they've got to have the ball more. They just do, because they're really this season they've been the main scorer. So I think they got to find the basketball a lot more. Tech's got to continue to dominate the boards, which they are. But you know, it doesn't matter if you get an offensive rebound if you can't get a score and a putback. And both teams have missed their share of layups. And you know, I'm an old coach from the old school. You got to make your layups. Yeah. Those got to go in. And Tech's had opportunities, and they haven't taken advantage of them. And Northern is real happy about that right now. The way I look at this game right now, with just with offensive boards alone, Tech should be up by 8 or 10.
Yeah, Montana Tech dominating the glass. 25-16 rebounding advantage for Montana Tech. So the Northern has 16 total rebounds. Montana Tech has 8 offensive rebounds, and that has turned into 5 second chance points is all in that first half. But again, dominating the glass, but you certainly don't see it on the scoreboard.
Those offensive boards should turn into an 80% scoring ratio.
Skylights getting us underway here in the second half. Thanks for joining us. Pass around the arc here on the near side, looking for the entry. Cutting, it comes out to the edge. Trottier, 3-point shot, money. They left her open, and Taya knocks it down. She has 8 points.
Found the hole in the 2-3 zone.
Montana Tech back the other way as Soda Rice puts up the jumper, no good. Skylights the other way. Skylights lead by 3. Biggest lead for either team was 4 is all. And Skylights, Calendar, looking to her left. Now passes that way. They continue to keep it on the wing. Skylights high-low posts. You see Tom set up in the high post. Trottier to the baseline to the wing. Back out. Shot clock down to 5. They enter to Tom's. Tom, scoop shot, no good. Big rebound, Soda Rice. Soda clears it out down the floor, left side, Cleverly. Rademacher, she'll step back and fire, and she gets it.
She's got to have the ball. She's got to have the ball.
Aubrey Rademacher with 10 points. And we're tied 28 all. We have had no runs so far in this ball game. Skylights looking for somewhere to go. Bounce pass entry to Tom's. Tom's backs it out. Calendar just outside the arc. And she'll hand it off to Kerr. Kerr drives through the double team, lost the ball. Now she'll be called to the travel.
Good defense that time. Cleverly got her hand in there and caused her to miss dribble. That's a great job.
Yeah, just swarmed to her. Good defense. Just underway here in the third quarter. We're tied up 28 all. Frontier Conference action here on a Thursday. Of course, we have the men's game after this.
Rademacher and Wangren have got to shoot the ball. That's all there is to it.
Diggs. Wangren outside the arc, looking left. Cleverly had the opening. She passes, drives. Cleverly attacks with the left hand, no good. Rebound tipped. Skylights get it. Here they come back the other one.
Got a jump stop. You can't get in there with the bigs. You are not going to get your shot off.
Quickly the other way. Shot by Trottier, no good. Wangren tips it to herself, and here come the Digs the other way. Wangren, rebound number 7. She'll fire from the foul line. That one rims out. I think she's had 2, if not 3 shots go all the way around the iron and hop out.
Halfway down.
Holy man. Skylights back into the zone. Skylights shooting 32%. Montana Tech at 27%. We'll give you the numbers here from our other games in the Frontier in a moment. They enter to Tom. She spins quickly to the left hand this time and converts.
She's going to score every time.
That was a nice spin move to the left hand. And Chloe Sandiford to Hankwitz. Hankwitz back here on the near side to Sandiford. Sandiford, Cleverly's going to fire. Cleverly, front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Rademacher. Back to Cleverly, wide open 3, no good. Rebound, collision. Rademacher did everything she could tonight to not get the body into her, but Rademacher will pick up the personal.
She is playing hard, and that's all you can ask.
Yeah, this team has all year. I mean, they just have gone full speed. They'll bring full court pressure. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Northern leads by 2. They have the ball. Again, the biggest lead we have seen is 4 points. Callender into the offensive side. Bounce pass. Toms. Now it comes to Riley Kerr, right side. As driving down the left side of the paint. Kerr is going to fire just inside the three-point line. No good. Rebound collision.
Yeah, that's a push.
Yeah, that is the case. As Van Blaricom came flying through, got the hip in there, and she'll be called with the push. Northern leads by 2. So Montana Tech basketball. Van Blaricom shouting it over with the official about the call. And here come the digs, far left wing. Pass up top. Nice drive, trying to get the shot up, getting it down. Kyle Wasson
took it to the body, swung the ball. Great shot. That's a difficult thing to do, and she did it perfect.
Boy, she kept the ball way out wide with her right hand, led with the body. Kyle Wasson, tremendous body control, a chance at a three-point play.
I used to say, to the body, ball away, and she did that perfect.
Wasson's free throw attempt, no good. Wangeren almost got the rebound. And now she'll get the foul instead. Your favorite 90-foot foul.
It's one of them, yeah, for sure.
6:25 left to play here in the third. As the Skylights will inbound, Montana Tech brings some pressure once again. Callender, cross midcourts, drifts out to the right wing. Wasson on her defensively. Callender picks up her dribble. Pass tipped, loose. And Montana Tech was coming out. Callender's going to be called with a foul.
She pushed Rademacher. Rademacher, great hustle, way to get in the passing lane. Got a hand on it. Disturb the offense. Don't let them run their offense.
Boy, both teams could get into the two-shot foul here pretty quickly in this third, the way we're starting out. So Tech will inbound, and the digs down the floor. Around the right side, Carlson lost the dribble for a minute, hands it off to Rademacher. She'll fire, no good. Rebound, Carlson, back up to Rademacher. Kyle Wasson, baseline jumper, no good. Skylights in transition. Down the floor, Van Blaricom. Right hand, shot no good. It goes out of bounds, and that will remain Northern basketball.
Good transition defense by Montana Tech's women that time to stop the layup.
Oh, I have the hiccups, bear with me. So the digs will substitute. Rademacher will get herself a breather. And the Skylights inbound to Toms. Toms hands it off through the paints. Trottier almost knocked away. Van Blaricom down to the corner, long. Back to Van Blaricom around the right side. Toms, she's going to fire. Toms for three, no good. And Hankwitz comes down with a rebound. Ordiggers the other way. Carlson across midcourt, puts on the brakes. Hankwitz gets it. She's going to fire. Hankwitz knocks it home.
Big shot.
You probably don't want to leave her open.
No, she can shoot the three.
She's over 30% shooting the three. And she was wide open that time. Montana Tech by 3. Their biggest lead here in the second half. Skylights long. Long, little switch dribble, rolls it inside. Backing it up, nice take that time as putting it up and in. Riley Kerr with the left hand. Nice take by Kerr. Midway point here in the third, Ordiger basketball. Westwater into Hankwitz. She'll turn, put it up, no good. Almost got her own rebound, loose on the ground. Now it's tied up. Great hustle. Wangeren, Liv Wangeren wrapped both arms around it and was drug about 3 feet, and then we finally got a whistle. 4:50 left to play here in the third quarter. Montana Tech leads by 1, 33-32. It's Let's Talk About It Night, presented by Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. We're back to the Hyper after this. 4:50 left to play here in the third quarter. Montana Tech leading 33-32. Frontier Conference action here on a Thursday night. Digger Vision. Thanks for joining us. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. Round 2 of Frontier Conference play. Everybody has seen everybody once. And now it becomes who you're playing where on what floor. You know, who you have home possibly twice, who you're on the road at possibly twice, and who you have like a 1-on-1 with down the stretch.
Yeah, I never even worried about that as a coach. I always worried about the next game. I could care less what's going on down the stretch, but most people do.
Montana Tech down the stretch has Carroll College here twice. They're at Western twice, and otherwise 1-on-1 with everybody else, counting this game here tonight. So they were going to go over and talk to the official book.
This says, I don't know, somebody's got to make a run, a breakaway run here before this game is over, because they have just played neck and neck.
We have seen absolutely no runs yet. Let me see if we can get an update on our scores. Rocky leading Providence 35-33 in the third. That's a big one. And Carroll all over Western, doubling them up 46-23 at the half. Rademacher turns, fires, no. Rebound, Crass. Crass hands it off. Trottier the other way. Trottier down the floor. As she looks to her right side, continues to go to her right, picks up her dribble. Van Blaricom to Trottier. Trottier with the left hand. Pass that way, knocked out, almost out of bounds, but the Skylight's able to recover. Shot clock at 7. Trottier drives with the left hand, drives into the double team. And Soda Rice, I believe, going to be called with the foul.
She got her.
Yep, she got in there, and she knocked the ball clean. And then the foul after the fact. Trottier flexing her left leg. I don't know if she got like a Charlie horse, got hit good right in the thigh, whatever the case is. She's trying to walk it off a little bit. Soda Rice, her first personal foul. Skylights with it. Skylights down by 1. Near side, Trottier's going to fire. Looks good, and it is.
She wasn't hurt too bad. That's a great shot.
She has 11. She's the leading scorer on the floor. Montana Tech down by 2, 35-33. Inside, Hankwitz lost the ball for a minute, leans in, puts up the shot, no good. Skylights basketball. Skylights the other way. Far left side, Long. Long clears it back up top. They'll move it out to Trottier. Trottier into Crass, and Crass will knock it down.
Lost their man.
Great ball movement by the Skylights as they go on a little run here, leading by 4. Entry to Rademacher. To her left, comes back to her right, count. Rademacher has a dozen. Rademacher 12 points, 6 rebounds. Montana Tech trailing by 2. Skylights down the floor, left side, comes up top. Crass gonna fire the 3, and that one's good. Cheyenne Crass has 7 points. Here come the digs, quickly the other way, cleverly. Top of the horn, looking right, passes that way. Now they'll roll it into the paint. Hankwitz with the sky hook, no good. Skylights back the other way. Cross midcourt. They'll back it out to Trottier, and she'll set things up. Northern leads by 5, their biggest lead of the contest. Hand off, Van Blaricom comes back to her around a screen. Nice drive to the rim. Shot won't go.
Got her inside the circle, Hankwitz, I believe.
She went down hard. She hops back up, and Van Blaricom will go to the line.
She's all right. Girls are tougher than boys.
Oh, way tougher. She was holding the bridge of her nose, and yeah, she's acting as though she thinks she might have a bloody nose. Took a good elbow, it looks like, up top. Personal foul to Hankwitz. That's her 3rd. And that has been the downside of Hankwitz this year, as she has played exceptionally well, but boy, she has gotten into foul trouble a lot.
She does. She gets out of position.
Foul line, first for Trottier. Or excuse me, Van Blaricom rattles out, no good.
You get out of position, great basketball players find you.
And Blaricom goes 1 of 2. She has 3 points, all from the foul line. Northern goes up by 6. That's the biggest lead for either team. Carlson Left side, Wangren. Wangren around a screen. Wangren through the paints. Great screen set up top. Pass goes behind the intended target, and that's going to be over and back. As she was looking for Kaya Wasson, Wasson started to break. And that pass sails by her. Turnover number 7 for Montana Tech in the ball game.
Bucket here will be a big run for Northern.
Skylights looking to bring it in. Pass to Callender. Callender top of the horn, spins back. Backdoor cut, easy 2. Hello. Riley Kerr with 6 points. So an 8-point lead for the Skylights, their biggest lead of the contest, and Northern leading Montana Tech 43-35. And we have a short timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. 2:10 left to play in the third, JT.
That's 3 successful, wide-open backdoor cuts. Call from the bench. Coach Moat calls them all the time. And a lot of success when you're looking at the basketball instead of where your man is. They're going to be wide open, and it's happened 3 times.
Skylights up to 40% shooting so far in this ball game. They're shooting nearly 60% here in the third quarter. They're 7 of 12 from the floor. Montana Tech in the third quarter is 4 of 15 at 27%. And that's about where Montana Tech rests right now for the game at 27%.
It's that time of game where you got to pick your defense up a notch and overplay a lot of things and don't get beat on the back door. Coach Moat's a master at the back door play, and that isn't the only spot on the floor he does that with, and you've got to be very aware of it.
2:10 left to play here in the third. As we get situated here, back out on the floor, Montana Tech. We'll look to inbound. Northern still in their huddle. And now they come out here. So the Digs will bring her down the floor here. Kaya Wasson and Avery Carlson in the backcourts. Chalice Westwater in the paint. On the far side of the floor, Liv Wangren. Near side here is Rademacher. As we transition into the offensive zone, Wasson. Cross-court pass to Wasson again. Top to Westwater, near side Rademacher. Rademacher, ball fake. She's going to drive. Great take, shot, whistle, and a foul.
Got her. Wangren was open down on the block. I'll tell you, that was I don't know if you were watching that. That was a scrum down there. They were really pounding on each other, and she had the advantage.
1:55 left to play here in the third. And Rademacher will go to the line shooting 2. Free throw, up and good. 13 points for Aubrey Rademacher. And she'll get the ball for her second attempt. Rademacher, front of the rim, rattles out. Defensive rebound brought in by the Skylights. Skylights, Callender across midcourt. Callender drifting lefts, back to her right side. Callender picks it up. Up top, three-point shot is on the way. It rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound, fought for, and a jump ball will favor the Skylights. 1:37 remaining here in this third quarter. Northern leading 43-36. Our largest lead we had seen in the entire first half was 4 points. Northern had to push that out to an 8-point lead a few moments ago. They lead by 7 as they have it in the offensive zone. Three-point shot is on the way, no good. Rebound, Hankwitz. And the Digs a chance to chip away here. Kaya Wasson through the paint. Macy Mayer with the left hand. Great vision.
Yeah, tremendous vision by Wasson. Great pass. Good cut by Macy Rademacher. I don't think so.
Macy Mayer gets her first field goal. Skylights bounce pass left side. Van Blaricombe. Skylights shooting 50% from the floor this quarter. They enter into the high post to Crass. Crass steps back. Van Blaricombe. Shot clock down to 7. Driving, ball comes out, and that will go to Montana Tech. Van Blaricombe lost the handle through traffic.
It's 3 good defensive stops by Tech. They've picked up their defense a notch, which they have to. They need a score here.
Montana Tech basketball into the offensive side. Far left wing, Kaya Wasson. Right side, Rademacher. Rademacher up top, Hankwitz. Hankwitz around a screen. Rademacher drives to the baseline. Puts it up, strong take, Aubrey Rademacher. She has 15 points. She has used that first step so effectively here tonight.
Plus, she's strong when she gets down inside.
Yeah. Callender, right side, as they enter into the high post there. Hansen. Hansen through the double team, and a jump ball. Kaya Wasson, or excuse me, not Wasson, my apologies. Liv Wangeren ties her up, and the possession arrow will go to the Digs.
So that's 4 good defensive stops by Tech. This game was getting out of hand, and they picked up the pressure a little bit.
That's it. Leading by defense here. They trail by 3. Wangeren into the offensive zone. High screen set. Back out to Rademacher. Cross court, Mayer. Mayer to Rademacher. She's going to fire. Aubrey Rademacher knocks it home.
Get her the ball. Get her the ball.
She has 18 points, and we are tied going to 4. My goodness, tremendous basketball right now. We're 30 minutes in. Montana Tech led by Aubrey Rademacher with 18 points. We're knotted up 43-all. We'll take a break. We're back here to the Hyper right after this. Ten minutes left in regulation. We're knotted up 43-all. Aubrey Rademacher, 18 points. She has 11 in the third quarter. As Northern had pushed their lead out to 8 at one point, and Montana Tech, led by defense, shut that right down.
Ern Wangeren got to have the basketball. They're the scorers on this team. They've got to have the ball.
So the teams get the horn. Skylights will inbound at midcourts.
So we've had 2 runs this half. Never had any in the whole first half.
Exactly. Both teams with a run on each side. We'll see if Montana Tech can continue with the momentum. As Skylights right side in the corner. Van Blaricom back to the wing. Now they enter into the high posts. Single dribble out to Callender. Jalen Callender. Right wing Cabrera. Here on the near side, and that one's behind Van Blaricom on a play. Montana Tech basketball.
Coach Graham came out in a 2-3 zone that time, and I think it took Northern by surprise because they weren't even looking inside, and they were not passing the ball as crisply as they have in the first half.
Turnover number 9 for Northern here in the ball game. Montana Tech a chance to grab the lead. I mentioned earlier, Northern is led by as much as 8 that last quarter. Montana Tech's biggest lead of the game is 4. Inside it goes to Hankwitz, no good. Gets her own rebound, fighting. Hankwitz, and a jump ball will favor the Digs. Hankwitz pulled that thing down and leaned into it a little bit. Ordiger basketball. They'll lob it out to Macy Mayer in the high post. Mayer, right hand. Mayer off the glass and in.
Great move, and she's really good at that. That was excellent.
Macy Mayer with 4. The Digs lead by 2. So they erase an 8-point lead, grab their own lead here. Down in the deep corner, left side. They enter in. As looking for somewhere to go is Toms. Toms clears it all the way back up. Skylights. Toms fighting in the block. They feed it into Toms. Toms shot blocked. Hankwitz got a piece.
Big time block.
Montana Tech in transition. Cleverly. Down to Mayer, back to Cleverly. She's going to step back and fire. Back of the rim, no. Offensive rebound. Rademacher off the glass, no. Rebound, Skylights.
Great putback, just shot it a little hard.
Rademacher, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Skylights, Callender, 3-point shot, no good. Doesn't hit iron, goes out of bounds. That will go to the Digs.
Yeah, I think Northern's not being patient enough right now. That was a hurried up 3 and didn't even get a piece of the rim.
Rademacher flirting with that double-double here. She has 8 rebounds currently, 18 points. Leading scorer on the floor right now. She had 21 against Western not long ago. And as we mentioned earlier, she had 17 rebounds going back a couple weeks as well. She has really stepped up in a big way this season. Montana Tech, Hankwitz, left side. Ball fake, Wangeren. Back to Hankwitz. She's going to pop and fire. It's up, no good. Big rebound, Wangeren again. Ball stripped away from her. She dives on top of it. And the Orediggers will have possession arrow.
Yeah, you can't grab a board and just put the ball to the floor because there's everybody in that key, and that's what she did. That she just got to put it back.
8:12 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech, 35 rebounds. Northern with 28 rebounds.
Yeah, I thought they missed that. I thought they had it backwards. It's Northern's ball.
So Northern will have possession here. And Callender down the floor. Callender across midcourts. Montana Tech leading 45-43. Riley Kerr, Van Blaricom back up top to Kerr. She'll drive, kick it out on the edge. Van Blaricom, Callender. Top of the key, Van Blaricom eyed the three and instead out to Kerr. Kerr, three-point shot, good. Riley Kerr knocks down the three. She has 9 points here today. And Northern up by 1. Rademacher. Chalice Westwater. Westwater looking to enter. Instead goes right side. Chloe Sanford. Into the high post to Rademacher. Loose double team out to Wangeren for 3. Long. Rebound. Westwater tries to get to it. Cannot in time. Turnover will go to the Skylights. So Skylight basketball here, leading by 1, 46-45. Hankwitz checks out. Wasson checks in. 4:25 left to play here in this ball game. Skylights across midcourt. Callender. Here on the near side, Van Blaricom. Tried to get it to Toms, off her fingertips, out of play. Orediger basketball.
Good defense by Aubrey. That time Aubrey Rademacher, she had herself in good position to force that longer pass.
Montana Tech down the floor. Sanford across the timeline, right wing. Sanford eyed the inlet, instead moves it around the arc. Rademacher. Flash it in. Kaya Wasson wide open. Can't get it to go under the basket. Skylights the other way. Boy, no one picked her up. Wasn't a soul near her. And just unable to get the bunny down. Skylights. Callender. Sanford on her. Pass comes here on the near side. Van Blaricom. Collision. Van Blaricom picks up her dribble. To Kerr. Step back. Three-point shot. Goes wide left. And blocking out. Chalice Westwater grabs a rebound. Here come the Digs in transition. Pass out to Chalice Westwater. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, and coming up, Rademacher is coming up over the top. She'll be called to the show.
Should have made the entry pass into Rademacher. She had a perfect position at the post.
Rademacher's second personal foul. Skylights will bring it the other way. Northern leading 46-45. The biggest lead we had in the entire first half was 4 points. Both teams led by 4 once. Chloe Sanford tried to jump the inbound. She's done that a couple times this year. Three-point shot is on the way, no good. Van Blaricom, Montana Tech grabs it. And Sanford will look to bring it across. Chloe into the zone, and she'll be bumped by Trottier. Trottier picks up the foul. 6:10 left to play here in the ball game.
Rademacher's got to have the ball. She's got to have the ball.
The inbound in the corner. Kaya Wasson for 3, and she gets it.
Or she does.
That's what you said.
How about
You
leaving
said
her
that.
all alone? She's a good shooter.
Yeah, she is. Kaya Wasson, 8 points on the day. Wasson shooting 33% from the three-point line. Gets her second of the day. Skylights on the right wing. Van Blaricom. 3 wide, high-low posts. Toms. They cycle it inside. Kerr. Now they feed it into Toms. Toms scoops with the right hand and gets it. Boy, she is slick underneath. Good footwork, good balance. Montana Tech, Wasson for 3, no good. And on the rebound, we have a little bit of a scrum underneath the basket.
Not the shot you wanted right now.
And the Skylights will bring her down. Personal foul to Soda Rice, her second. She'll check out. Macy Mayer back in. Hankwitz is there. Also Liv Wangren on the floor with Chloe Sanford and Kaya Wasson. Skylights. Callender. She'll hand it off. Trottier across midcourt.
I like Trottier as a guard. She does a nice job.
Yeah. 11 points on the day for her. And it's Toms gets it in the high post, and she'll be called with a walk. Little stutter step, and then a little two-step, and a little jitterbug. Turnover to Montana Tech.
And none of it worked.
Turnover number 10 on the day for Northern.
That is manageable. 10 turnovers,
Yep.
That's really good.
Both teams, Northern has 10, Montana Tech with 8. They try to roll it into Wangeren.
Got to lob it over the top. That was wide open for the lob right there. I hate the bounce pass into the post.
Ordigger's looking to bring it in. Wangeren. They'll lob it into Macy Mayer at the left elbow. She'll direct traffic, turns to the basket, out to Hankwitz. Hankwitz, travel call.
Didn't get her feet set. That's it.
So that will go back to the Skylights. We're tied up 48 all. As trying to get something moving on the offensive side. We heated up through the middle 2 quarters, and then we have cooled off again. The Digs shooting 20% here in the 4th. Northern shooting 33% in the 4th. Callender into the zone. Pass out to Trottier. Trottier, pump fake once. Up toward the top, moving right. Pass goes that way to Callender. Callender gets a little separation, comes back to her right side. Callender attacks Macy Mayer on it defensively. And Mayer will pick up the personal foul.
Everything was perfect. She just got her hand up. She swung at the ball.
Macy Mayer, her second personal foul, and we have a timeout on the floor. 4:48 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech and the Skylights of MSU Northern tied up 48 all. It is Let's Talk About It night, presented by Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic. We're back to the Hyper after this.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
.448 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech and the Skylights of MSU Northern, round 2 in the Frontier Conference. As the Skylights won the first meeting 51-50. We're knotted up 48 all here right now. And again, it's Let's Talk About It night, presented by Billings Clinic and Logan Healthcare. Other scores tonight, Carroll all over Western in Dillon, 51-28.
That's how good they are.
Hello. And Rocky leading Providence in Great Falls, 56-47. So Coach Keller,
he needs to win.
Yep, getting things rolling the other direction after the first round. And that's a big one in a whole lot of respects. Again, they're playing in Great Falls. Providence, the number 2 team in the conference. Rocky currently at the bottom of the pile, but you certainly know they're not going to stay there. Callender's first, no good. She'll get the ball for attempt number 2. So Callender gets the ball for her second. 4:48 remaining in the ball game. Hits the iron, no good. Westwater with a rebound. Chalice Westwater hauls down the rebound. And back the other way. Carlson, Westwater, inlet, Rademacher backing it up. Rademacher with a right hand gets another one.
All day long.
Rademacher with 20. She set a new career high earlier this year against Western with 21, and she's looking to break that now. Northern, left side, Toms. Ball fake through the paint, lost the handle. Toms kicks it out on the edge. And Toms gonna make her move, puts it up with the right hand, gets it in the foul, Savannah Toms.
Now that's a power move at its finest.
She has really good balance through the key, good awareness where she's at.
She's tough, she's strong.
She will shoot one here for the Skylights. Chance to grab the lead back, and she does. Savannah Toms, a 3-point play. She has 13 on the night. Tech trailing by 1. Carlson passes right. Westwater. Chalice just outside the arc. Liv Wangeren. She looked at the shot for a moment. Now steps back, goes to the right hand. Drops it off to Rademacher. Inlet to Westwater. Good defense. Turnover to the Skylights.
Gotta throw that pass to the baseline side.
Out on the right side, travel call. Good defense the other way. Avery Carlson got right in the face of the Skylight player. And
Coach Mott not liking the call.
Riley Kerr, Coach Mowat, chatting with the official. It isn't a reciprocal conversation, it didn't look like, you know?
They never are.
Yeah. Northern by 1, Montana Tech. Liv Wangeren, three-point shot long, tipped out of bounds off Northern as Tom's the last to touch it, and that will be Montana Tech basketball. 3:31 remaining here in this ball game. Northern leads by 1. And the Digs lob it out. Rademacher, right elbow. Rademacher, 20 points. Spins to her right. Rademacher, new. Toms gets the rebound, back the other way. In transition, Skylights leading by 1, 3:15 left to play. Inlet knocked out, good read by Carlson.
Excellent.
Avery Carlson reached across the body and knocked that one out. And the Skylights will inbound on the baseline. Skylights pass into the high post. Riley Kerr turns and fires and gets it. Made that look awfully easy. Riley Kerr has 11. Northern by 3. Avery Carlson to Cleverly. Cleverly. They'll move it far left side. Now down in the block. Liv Wangeren comes up just short. Defensive rebound, Northern. Outlet down the floor is Toms. Toms partially tipped Rademacher.
Great block.
Rademacher gets the block, digs in transition. Westwater left side, Rademacher for 3. It's on its way, front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Wangeren. Counted in the foul, Liv Wangeren. Big time play. Wangeren has 9. That is rebound number 9 as well. And she'll go to the line shooting 1. Liv Wangeren. Boy, you talk about that blue collar. She does everything for Montana Tech.
She does.
Wangeren, one and only, is up and good. Wangeren has 10 points, 9 rebounds. Rademacher has 20 points, 8 rebounds. 53 all. 2:25 left to play in the ball game. Skylights into the offensive zone. They feed it into the high post. Spinning to the left hand. Shot is up and out. Rademacher gets a monster rebound in traffic.
They took away the backdoor play that time. That was, Mott had one set up.
Cleverly, 3 ball, no good. Defensive rebound, Skylights back the other way. Riley Kerr into the offensive zone, leaves it back, and Trottier calls out the offense. Here on the near side, just outside the arc, Van Blericum. Toms.
It's going to go post up right now.
And that's
there it is.
3 wide, they get it into Toms. Toms fighting with Rademacher. It's up, no good. Rademacher going to be called to the foul.
You can't wait for that person to come and set it on. You got to get on the high side and get in front of them.
Rademacher's 3rd personal. Whoa, it went on Wasson, excuse me. So Kaya Wasson picked up the foul. I thought for sure it was on Rademacher.
Well, she had her hand straight up. I thought that maybe bodying, but she must have got a hand in there.
1:44 left to play here in the ball game. It's a short timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Again, thanks for joining us. It's Let's Talk About It night with Logan Healthcare and Billings Clinic as they raise awareness and discussion around suicide in the state of Montana.
See what Coach Graham has designed here.
So the teams chatting it over in the huddle here. As we get the horn and out on the floor we come. Knotted up 53 all.
Free throw line could become real important here for Northern since Tech has 5 fouls this quarter.
That is the deal. On the other side, Northern has 2 team fouls. At the line, Savannah Toms. Her first is up and good. She's 2 of 2 from the foul line. She has 14 total points. And she will shoot 1 more. She is the leading scorer for the Skylights. Tom's 2nd, no good. And grabbing the rebound once again is going to be Wangeren. 10 rebounds on the day for her. She gets the ball. Wangeren, double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds right now. Rademacher, right wing, back to Wangeren. Wangren through the paint, in the corner, cleverly fires the three, no good. Offensive rebound, Kyle Wasson, no good. Skylight stripped away, Hankwitz to Wasson. Wasson to Wangren, jumper is good. Good vision.
Wasson did some good things on that series.
Tech leads by 1, 55-54. Northern won the first meeting between these two in Havre, that one in the Armory. Driving, Riley Kerr, whistle, and a foul as she cut through the double team. 1 minute left to play here in the ball game. And the foul is going to be a hold call on Kyle Wasson. That is her third. Tech leading 55-54. And at the foul line, first is up and out, no good for Riley Kerr.
That's a tired shot. She is tired. She's worked hard this game.
She has 11 points on the day. She's 0-3 from the foul line today. Her second, good. She has 12 points on the day. Montana Tech is tied with Northern. Liv Wangren into the offensive zone. Liv drops it off on the edge. Kyle Wasson up top, Rademacher. Rademacher, Wangren. Hankwitz gets clear, feeds it into Rademacher. Rademacher puts it up, and they're going to hit her for the offensive. Toms draws the charge.
I disagree with the call because they were down inside the circle.
That's my question.
Yep, they were.
Looked like they were in the halo. Coach Graham pleading his case with the officials. Skylight basketball. 41 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Knotted up 55 all. Callender put on the brakes. Hands it off to Trottier. Trottier going right. In the corner, Callender. Callender up top to Kerr. Kerr hands it off to Trottier. Shot clock down to 10. Around a screen, Trottier gets a step, puts up the floater, no good. Late whistle, and Trottier is going to go to the foul line. So Taya Trottier is going to go to the stripe. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. And Trottier on the season. Let's take a look here. She's an 87% free throw shooter.
Not the person you want to put to the line. That's a good job at that. Her take to the basket was tremendous.
Trottier knocks down the first. Northern leads by 1 with 16.6 seconds left to play.
See if Northern's going to bring some pressure to force some time off the clock.
Her second is up, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Cleverly. Cleverly to Wangren, into the offensive zone. Wangren spins left, 9 seconds. Wangren pulls up from the elbow, short. Defensive rebound, Trottier, 4 seconds, down to 3. They need to foul, they do. But boy, a lot of time comes off the clock.
Too late.
Northern leads by 1. As the Skylights leading 56-55, and at the foul line going to be Riley Kerr. So Kerr will shoot 2, as you mentioned. Free throw is going to be a big factor on this one as we come to the end.
Well, she makes one or both of them. They've got to call a timeout, take the ball out at midcourt, and get a good look, depending on whether they need a 2 or 3.
And at the foul line, Riley Kerr. Kerr, front half, good. Riley, 12 points on the day. Northern leads by 2. And second shot on its way, good.
2 big shots. She was supposed to miss that.
She tried. She tried, and she got it in.
80-mile-an-hour fastball off the glass.
So Montana Tech will call a full timeout.
They got to shoot a 3.
They will inbound. Look like the officials said they're going to inbound right in front of the scorer's table. 1.3 seconds. So they'll inbound, turn, and fire.
Had the right idea there, it just didn't work out. That's amazing. See her shoot it that hard to miss it, and it hits the glass perfectly.
Low line drive and just found its way right in the net. 3-point lead here for the Skylights as they won the ball game in Havre the first time they played.
He needs all of his in. They've got to get a good look right away because they don't have enough time to catch and do much with it. Should see lots of screens to get a shooter open here.
Tech out on the floor. Rademacher, Soda Rice, Liv Wangeren, Kaya Wasson, excuse me, and Allie Cleverly. So they'll inbound on the far side of the floor from us, over in front of the scorer's table. I'm guessing right by the arrow there. Oh, actually, and of course I'm completely wrong. Every official pointed to that side of the floor, and they're going to inbound here on the near side.
I was going to help you. The ref has the ball.
Yeah. So 1.3 seconds. And Montana Tech will clear him out, try and get a shot. Cleverly gets the inbound. Cleverly turns, fires. She gets it away cleanly. And the shot does not go. The Skylights will get the win. 58-55. The Skylights take down the Digs here in round 2 of this Frontier Conference matchup. Yet another tremendous ball game between these two programs.
Absolutely, and they're both. These two teams are evenly matched. Anything can happen anytime they play. And Northern come out on top again. They made a great three-point shot up in Havre, and they get the job done here tonight.
A three-point win here for the Skylights as they take down the Digs, 58-55. And as we take a look here, give us your rundown here of that second half and as the ball game went on.
Well, these two teams are so evenly matched. I thought the real advantage for Northern tonight was their ability to get the ball down on the block. I thought their block players played really well. Their high-low worked well. He did a great job running his backdoor stuff. So a real tribute to Northern. They ran key plays at the right time, made critical shots at the right time. Montana Tech, they got to find another answer besides Aubrey Rademacher because she played super tonight. And they have just got to find another scorer on this basketball team besides her and Wangren.
Well, let's run through the numbers here as we take a peek as the guys come out on the floor to warm up. For the Skylights of MSU Northern, as we take a look down through the numbers, they get three ladies in double digits. Tom's with 14, Riley Kerr gets 14, and also Taya Trotter gets a dozen on the night for the Skylights. Also in the scorebook as we run down, looks like Van Blaricom, 3 points on the day. Long gets 5, Crass with 7, and Skunk Cap with 3 points, all those coming in the first half for the Skylights. On the other side for Montana Tech, as we take a peek here down the line, Montana Tech led by Rademacher. 20 points for Aubrey Rademacher. She was 8 of 20 from the floor, 2 of 6 from downtown. She finishes with 9 rebounds, 2 steals, and also it looks like, what are we looking at here? 1 block as well for Rademacher. Just a great night. 20 points, 9 rebounds for Aubrey Rademacher.
Yeah, they got to find a couple other players to pick it up.
Continuing down the line, Liv Wangeren, a dozen points. She was 5 of 16 from the floor, 0 of 4 from downtown. She gets 12 points, 10 rebounds on the night for Montana Tech. Continuing through the book, Kaya Wasson had a great ball game. Kaya finishes with 8 points. She was 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 5 from downtown, 2 assists, 8 points for her. Cleverly finishes with 3. Hankwitz with 3 points. Santaford with 3 as well. Macy Mayer goes 2 of 3 from the floor for 4 points. And Chalice Westwater gets a basket for 2 points. As the Digs fall here, 58-55, a heartbreaker on their home floor as the Skylights get their second win of the year over the Digs.
Well, Tech had opportunities to expand it when they got the lead in the fourth quarter, and they didn't take advantage of some situations. I thought they shot some threes too quick. You got to get the ball to your scorers, and Aubrey Rademacher was the one to get the ball to tonight.
58-55, the Skylights go to 3-3 in conference play. Montana Tech falls to 1-5 in Frontier Conference play. Game 1 of our doubleheader behind us. We have your men's game coming up in just a bit. Stay close.